September 3rd, 1987. I've decided to start writing things down. Not because anything bad has happened. Because this town makes you feel like if you don't write it down, it didn't happen. And I want things to have happened. I want to have been here.
Ruth Ellery was 16 years old when she wrote that first entry. She disappeared 11 days after the last one. Her journal sat inside a wall vent in a high school locker for 38 years, until Ruth Was found it. Before we get to what Ruth found out, I want you to know who she was. Because the thing Harlow did, the thing towns like Harlow always do, is flatten the people they erase. They become a name on a missing poster, a cautionary tale, a footnote. Ruth Ellery was not a footnote.
September 7th. Mama made biscuits this morning. The real kind, not the canned kind. I ate 4, and she pretended to be scandalized. I think that might be the best thing that will happen to me this week, and I'm completely fine with that.
She was funny, dry, observant in the way that quiet people are, the ones who watch more than they speak and notice everything. She wanted to be a cartographer. She'd looked it up specifically. She told her teacher she wanted to make maps of places people hadn't named yet. She had a best friend named Gloria Marsh, a dog named Biscuit, named before the biscuit era, she clarified in the journal, so there was no connection. It was just a coincidence she found embarrassing. She had a crush on a boy named Thomas who she described as aggressively mediocre but tall in a way that scrambles my brain. She was 16. She was completely, entirely alive.
September 10th. Something strange happened today. Mr. Harlow called me into his office. Not a teacher, the other one. The one with the ring and the blue truck. He said he'd heard I was asking questions about the mill workers. I didn't know I was asking questions. I was just asking questions. He was very calm about it. That was the part that scared me. Angry people, I understand. Calm people who want you to stop talking, those are different.
Here's what Ruth had stumbled into. The Harlow grain mill, owned by the founding family, had been underpaying its seasonal workers for years. Not skimming, systematically stealing. Wages logged but never paid. Workers who were transient, undocumented, or too poor to fight back. Ruth noticed because one worker was the father of a girl in her class. A girl came to school hungry on days the mill should have paid. Ruth had just been asking why. That was all. Just a 16-year-old asking why her friend was hungry.
September 11th. I told Mr. Harlow I wouldn't keep quiet anymore. He said, and I'm writing this exactly, Harlow takes care of its own. I asked what that meant. He smiled. He said, it means some people belong here and some people just think they do. I didn't understand what he meant. I think I do now. I'm going to talk to Sheriff Briggs tomorrow. Gloria said not to. Gloria said just leave it. Maybe she's right, but somebody has to say something. Don't they? Somebody has to.
That was the last entry. September 11th, 1987. 3 days later, Ruth Ellery was gone. Sheriff Briggs, Dale Pruitt's predecessor, his father-in-law's oldest friend, filed a report that took 11 minutes to complete. Runaway. History of instability. No follow-up warranted. Gloria Marsh left Harlow 6 months later. She never came back. The mill worker's family disappeared the same week Ruth did. No forwarding address. No record of where they went. And the Harlow family? They broke ground on a new mill annex in October. They donated a new roof to the church in November. They sponsored the Christmas parade in December. Life went on. Life always went on in Harlow. Mara read the journal 3 times that night. And on the third read, she found something she'd missed before. Near the back, after the last dated entry, written in different ink, darker, pressed harder, like it was added in a hurry, or in the dark. It wasn't Ruth's handwriting. It was a list. 7 names. Girls' names, mostly. Some with dates next to them, going back further than Ruth. 1971, 1978, 1983, then Ruth, 1987, and at the bottom of the list, 2 names without dates. Not past, future, written like a warning, or a record, or both. The second to last name on that list, Mara already knew. She'd seen it before, in her own handwriting, on her own documents. It was hers. Mara Voss. No date, just her name, and next to it, a single word, returned. She didn't write that. She had never seen this journal before this week, which meant someone else had added her name. Someone who knew what happened to her 11 years ago on Route 9. Someone who had been tracking this for longer than Mara had been looking. And the last name on the list, the most recently added, the ink still relatively fresh, was Danny Cole. List. Same town. Same family. Spanning more than 50 years. This wasn't a secret Harlow was hiding. This was a system Harlow was running. Mara photographed every page of the journal. She uploaded it to a cloud account she created on her phone using a fake email. She put the journal in a Ziploc bag and hid it inside the lining of her winter coat at the back of her closet. Then she went back to the list. 7 names she recognized. 2 she didn't, the 1971 and 1978 entries. Those were before her time, before anyone she knew. But the 1983 entry, she knew that name. Carol Reyes. Reyes. She sat very still for a moment. Owen Reyes had died on Route 9 in 2024. His mother had left Harlow the year before. Carol Reyes. She searched the name. An obituary from 2019, Clarksville, Tennessee. Survived by one son. Owen. Owen Reyes's mother had been on this list. Owen had grown up knowing what Harlow was because his mother had survived it, or half survived it, and then spent the rest of her life 30 miles away, unable to fully leave, unable to fully talk about it. Owen hadn't been Dana's friend by accident. He'd been watching over her on purpose, because his mother had told him what to watch for. And when it started happening to Danny, he'd tried to stop it. And they'd killed him for it. The woman at the lake. The one with the backpack and the photograph. The one who knew Mara's name before Mara gave it. She'd said she'd been trying to get Danny out for 3 weeks. She'd said she came back. Mara looked at the list one more time. At the name just above her own. 1983. Carol Reyes. Then she looked at the woman's face in the grain mill photograph again. And she understood. The woman at the lake wasn't a stranger. She was Owen's sister. Half-sister, actually, different fathers. Which is why she had a different last name. Which is why Mara hadn't connected them. Her name was on no list. No record in Harlow at all. Carol Reyes had hidden her completely. Kept her off every document, every enrollment, every piece of paper that Harlow could find. She'd raised one child as a ghost so that child could come back someday and do what she couldn't. Owen had tried the direct way. It had cost him everything. His sister had been planning longer, planning smarter, and she wasn't done. Her name was Lee. And in episode 4, we find out what Lee knows that nobody else in the story does. Something that was hidden in the mill 38 years ago. Something Ruth Ellery died trying to reach.
Somebody has to say something, don't they? Somebody has to.